Hey guys, it's Dr. J back here at Elevation Spine. I'm here with Hannah. She's gonna help us demonstrate a proper plank, right? Planks are an awesome exercise if they're done right. And Hannah's personal trainer, she sees people do them terribly all the time. And they are kind of like unicorns. Everyone talks about doing planks, but as you might remember, maybe in gym class or when you first started working out, oftentimes your low back hurts during planks, right? You feel that fatiguing before your core ever even seems to switch on. So we're gonna go through some cueing and basically demonstrate how we want you to plank in terms of low back health and safety. There's 1,000 ways to do it, but really when we're talking about low backs, we actually wanna almost arch the back. So I'm gonna have Hannah go into a plank. Good, so now what I want Hannah to do is I actually want her to lift her pelvis up just a little bit more. By doing that, she's really taking the load and putting it on the front side of her core as opposed to the lower. So if you just slouch back down, as you go here, once you hit a certain point, the core stops being the primary muscle being used here, right? And the low back kind of switches on and starts taking the load. And after that, you actually start getting loading on the spine. As she pulls up like that, transferring the weight towards the front, right? The abs that you actually want to work during this motion. And I want you to kind of protract your shoulders a little bit more. Other way, go ahead and push them up. Good, so we're gonna kind of hold this hollow body position, right? And after time, you'll actually start to feel this more on the front. One cue that a lot of people use is they're gonna pretend like they have a weight that's hanging from their belly button, and they're trying to keep that up off the ground. Does that feel okay? No back pain with that? If this is too difficult, you can do the exact same thing. Go ahead and just drop your knees, Hannah. Good, and you're gonna hold that position instead. A lot of people find that doing a regular plank really irritates the low back, upper back, neck. Another thing that we always wanna watch for doing these types of exercises, Hannah's doing it great, her head's staying neutral, right? She's looking towards the ground, not up towards the sky or really down towards her feet. And that's gonna basically allow the upper back and the lower back to stay in that nice neutral spine position. If you want it a little harder, go ahead and bring it back up into a regular plank, Hannah. Good, Hannah can lift a leg off the ground, just like a couple inches, yeah. Or if you're good, you can do even further. Hannah's really strong, she's a personal trainer. Hold that for a couple seconds, then switch sides, right? You can do a lot of different motions just by changing the way that the weight's distributed. Gravity's doing a lot here to make sure that Hannah's not working too lightly. And really when you start lifting the hips up, you wanna make sure that you're not shifting too far towards the other. For example, if Hannah lifts her right leg off the ground, I wanna make sure that Hannah's hips aren't shifting towards the side, right? I want her to make sure that the core on that side stays really tight, really strong, and that'll keep you safe while you're planking, right? Go ahead and rest, Hannah. I know that was a long plank. So while you're doing these, it's really important that you wanna make sure that there's no pain in the low back. If you have pain while you're planking the low back, we need to modify that and switch to a safer exercise. It probably means that the joints in the spine are taking too much of the load. And that could be due to some postural abnormalities, maybe some discogenic type pain, but that's something we can talk about in a later video. I hope you found that useful. Thanks, Hannah, and we'll see you next time.